Hey, what's happening, Cheesecake Nation and fellow wrestling fans? This is Super Chudge Funk and the Dave blasting at you with our next installment of This Week in Wrestling.
Alright, so I guess we'll kick off with Raw, because that's pretty much how I felt watching Raw. So I'm going to tell you exactly where I stopped watching Raw. Roman Reigns walked up slowly from directly in front of them. And somehow they didn't notice while they're in a car. Not even a car, an SUV. They chose not to lock the doors or drive away. They're just like, oh no.
Door opens up very slowly and Roman is just like, Triple H! I'm gonna get you.
Oh no, it's Roman Reigns! It's like Triple H.
Yeah, you can just hear Stephanie like, oh my god!
It was brutally horrible. I just like, nope. But before that, we got to see a couple cool matches. Rusev and Big E was okay. They're kind of doing a shit job of trying to make the League of Nations look good, if that's what they're trying to do as credible threats to the New Day. Because it was 4 versus 3, and they still look like garbage.
Yeah.
Like, Rusev is like the only member of the League of Nations that has like any credibility left. Like, Sheamus is just, I don't know what they were. Like, Roman hurt his credibility hard.
Yeah.
Like, when Roman Reigns was just going out there and destroying the entire League of Nations. Like, at least Rusev kind of comes off like a badass, at least to me.
Yeah.
Like, Shamo is just kind of like...
He's sliding. Like,
yeah. Barrett, I don't think has done anything in months other than, like, he'll jump up and get hit. And that's about it.
Yeah. Why is he even there?
Del Rio is just like, hey, remember like a month ago I beat Kalisto? There was not really. Well, you remember like 4 months ago I beat John Cena with a kick to the head. Like, whatever. And he hasn't done anything since. And like, that's his calling card. It's like, I injured Juan Cena. Pero. And it's like, that's it.
Yeah, like
they've done nothing with these guys. Like, there's no reason either. Like, Sheamus should be a big beastie bastard. Rusev is just like floating in the current. Barrett just comes off like a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, he's below Zack Ryder in terms of like credibility. Like, they just need to let him get away from the group.
Yeah, like the group just needs to like disband.
Have they even explained what the match is at WrestleMania? Is it 4v3? Is it 3v3? Is it 2v2 for the title?
Yeah, they didn't really explain how that's gonna pan out. Out of all like the matches, like that's the one thing they haven't really talked about. You know, they talked about how we're getting a ladder match for the Intercontinental title, which I think is going to be cool.
Yeah, the 7-man.
Yeah, that'll be entertaining, to say the least.
I'm kind of cool. Like, I'm assuming people out there are kind of butthurt over the, just like letting in Sin Cara, Ryder, and Stardust. Like, I know a lot of people want it to be a one-on-one Zayn and Owens because of their NXT feud, and like now they're just kind of pushing it to the main roster. But at the same time, 95% of people don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Like, they don't watch NXT, which is unfortunately, you know, a fucking... It's just the reality of the situation. I mean, you have to reset these characters up. There's only a few weeks before WrestleMania. They'll need more time. Hopefully, you'll get to see Sami Zayn. I would like Sami Zayn to pretty much have won the title, and Kevin Owens to do something fucked up.
Yeah.
Whether that's just like Sami Zayn's pulling down the title and like Owens just clotheslines the ref from behind, so he wipes him out, and then like he goes in, beats up Sami Zayn, and takes the title.
Yeah.
And then like when the next referee comes up, the next referee comes out and he's like, I'm the one holding the title, and he's like, oh, ding ding ding. So like Zayn won the match technically, but Owens has the title when the ref sees it.
Right.
Whether it's he clotheslines the ref down You know, like it takes him a minute to get up or something. Something where, you know, Zayn looks really strong. So you get that match and you can actually build towards it. Whether that's at Extreme Rules or whatever their first pay-per-view after Mania is going to be. Maybe that'll be the time to do it.
Oh yeah, I think that would like that. That would look good. What else?
Building up for Kalisto and Ryback.
Like, that's such a, like, I don't even know how to feel toward Ryback right now. Like, he's not like full-on super heel. Like, he's just kind of being kind of a dick.
I kind of dig it because there are too many just shit-talking heels right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Kevin Owens and Miz that have effectively the same
gimmick.
but varying levels of it working.
Yeah. Like, with Ryback, it's definitely different. Like, you don't know how to... Like, he's not being like a...
You know what he reminds me a lot of? Like Kevin Nash, I'm too cool for you.
Yeah. Like, it's like he said, like, I don't dislike it or anything. It's different just because he was coming off of being such, like, a nice guy. Now he's just, like, kind of selfish, but not...
I really like it.
Yeah. It can definitely work. They just gotta, like...
Well, I think I figured out exactly what he's going with. He's playing up. He hears people. I mean, he's very... like well informed of what people on the message boards and stuff say. They're like, oh, he has a job because he looks like Vince's wet dream. So he's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'll be that guy. Like, look at me. I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you. You can't beat me. Like, you're too small to be in this company, kind of thing. Like, just play up to that kind of heat. I think it works.
Yeah.
And I'm loving Ryback. Just like flexing on him. Just. Not even looking at him in the eyes. Just like, you're way down here, I'm way up here. Fuck you.
Yeah, I think it definitely works for him, and it's... Like you said, nobody's really been doing it. So, excited for that match. That could be a good one. And like I think I said it before, like, it's kind of like a redo of the Big Show versus Mysterio, only the match is going to be better, in my opinion. Like...
I don't know. Depends on which Mysterio versus Big Show match. The one where he tied him to the stretcher and whacked him against the pole. Like, that was a pretty brutal spot. Lots of props to Mysterio for taking that one. Especially that Big Show dropped her right on his head after it. He like smacked him with the stretcher and let him go, and like Mysterio was just like, dick. Bounced off the mat.
It's like the Divas match going in. Like,
I'm still thinking Becky Lynch is gonna win.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Sasha wins.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much smart money, but in my heart of hearts, I want to believe Becky wins.
Yeah, I'm on board with you. I think we can both agree that Charlotte's got to drop it.
Yeah, I think they need to bring Charlotte back to just being herself and get rid of Rick.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I liked Ric Flair, but at this time, it's just like, it's sad to see him out there. And just making her try to pretend to be Ric Flair, but it's like...
Yeah, it just doesn't work. Like, yeah, we get it, he's your dad, and that's cool to, like, reference him every once in a while.
Yeah.
But it's
I'd rather a
old.
reference be something like the Arn Anderson Spine Buster, maybe a Tully Blanchard style Brain Buster, something like that.
It's just getting old, and it's getting annoying. It's... Gotta just... Don't do something else. Let Rick take a vacation...
Yeah, I mean, go home, Rick. I mean, I don't know if he's like, A, doing it a favor for his daughter because he thinks it's going to help her, or B, he just needs money.
Yeah. So. Alright, let's see, what else is going on? There's a lot of matches.
Usos and Dudleys. Don't give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, I love the Dudley Boys, but I couldn't give less of a shit about this match.
I don't even know if I want to blame the four guys. Like, maybe they could have done more to build it up, but it just feels so fucking dead in the water.
Yeah.
Like, for something that should feel like a dream match, they've done nothing to build it up.
No, not at all.
I hate the Dudley's gimmick of, we're not the table guys, fuck you. Like, it's not even like heel heat, it's just like, God, that's a stupid gimmick. Like,
yeah. It's like, we're not defined by our, like, nostalgic shit that we do in the ring.
It'd be like if they brought back Stone Cold and they were like, he's like, I'm not going to drink beer. Drinking beer is bad. Like, oh, look at me get my heel heat. It's like, yeah, but you're a nostalgia act. People come to the show to see your nostalgia act.
Mm.
Nobody goes to a Stone Cold thing to hear him talk about how much he enjoys wine. Like, people go want to see a Dudley Boys match. You guys are obviously a nostalgia act. I mean, I'm not saying they need to do tables in every match, but
Yeah.
I think they could have found something else to be the heels for. I think being heels is definitely... I mean, I love Bully Bubba promos.
Yeah.
Like, he is such a good heel.
Oh, absolutely.
So I don't want to, like, put it on them. I just think that's the wrong way to go.
Yeah, just the circumstance of...
And then just, like, the fact they went for weeks without doing anything with the feud. It was just like,
yeah,
are they still feuding?
It's just kind of a mess. Like, just get out of the way.
And then what happened on SmackDown with my boys, The Ascension?
Yeah, like, what the... Like... I don't understand. Like...
They attacked them after the match and then put the Ascension through tables, which are supposed to be like, they're sending a message, but I'm like, you're the faces. Like, the Ascension didn't even do anything heelish to deserve it.
Yeah, like, It
would have been like one thing if they attacked them from behind before the match or something while they're, like, dicking with the Dudleys.
Yeah. Like, one thing if it was, like, the New Day that did something like that, because they're still kind of coming off of being heels and they're not, like, fully ascended into, like, the baby faces.
These are kid-friendly faces.
Yeah, like, it'd be like...
If Strike Force did it, like, Martel and Tito, like, just started throwing people through tables and they're like, hi, kids, hold them up for the camera. It's like...
It just didn't fit their character. Just didn't
feel right. Weren't even selling that they were pissed off. They're still smiling during the match. All of a sudden, they're like, hey, let's go to a table.
Like, it just... It was completely out of character for them.
It felt really weird. It kind of confused me for a minute. I was like, are they just being assholes? What are we trying to say here? The fact that the Dudleys won't cheat in matches is a bad thing? This story, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Alright, so Dean and Lesnar. I'm not a huge Dean Ambrose fan. I know there's a lot of really hardcore ones, so I don't want to, like, shit on anybody's hopes and dreams, but I don't really care. What do you think goes over at Mania? Brock or Ambrose?
I feel like it has to be Ambrose. Like,
the way they've built it. It's like he's gonna look like such a schmuck if he
loses. Like, what is he gonna do if he loses? Like,
I had all the weapons in the history of fucking professional wrestling.
Fucking Uncle Terry came down and gave him a fucking chainsaw for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Here you go, son. Have a chainsaw. Sure taking the money. Like, the way they have it booked, he has to win, or he's gonna look so horrible.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, they're doing this Wyatt shit, so it's like, are we gonna get another Bray Wyatt versus Ambrose feud? Is that the plan, that they're going to have, like, the Wyatts help Ambrose win the match, but he doesn't know that they helped him?
Yeah.
But, like, Wyatt's gonna sell it like, hey, Brock, he was on our team, he's in our family. Have, like, the Wyatts keep coming out for a couple weeks, rescuing Ambrose.
That would be kind of like trying to, like, corrupt him and, like, trying to bring him in.
But I mean, like, we've literally already had this. This was the Bray versus Ambrose feud before he had his whole family back.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm still a little butthurt that they're not doing anything with Rowan and Strowman. I think they could make a solid tag team. I mean, put them in something. Hopefully they win the Andre Battle Royal. Like, just put the three of them, let them all three just be the Andre winners. They're like, well, who was the three's going to win? And, like, literally the two big guys just get out of the ring. Bray Wyatt's the champion. They all take the big statue and leave. Because, like, they need to start putting over Braun Strowman.
Yeah. They just need to do more with, because they haven't been winning anything.
Well, I think they're in this bad, fucking dumb mindset of, like, oh, we don't need to put over really big guys because they look intimidating. Because they haven't been doing with Show Arcane, but at the same time, they could easily flip the switch and have... But, like, they did the same thing with Strowman, but Strowman doesn't have years and years of back thing where you're like, holy shit, this guy's a badass.
Yeah. Maybe they're waiting for them to bring them kind of back to where they were last year, Or they're more in the direct storyline for them to do something with them, but they got to do something.
Yeah, Strowman should be a champion by now, whatever title. If it's a tag title, it's a single title. Bray should be in the world title picture. Like, I can't imagine. Alright, I guess we got to talk about the main event to talk about this.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Reigns leaves Mania the champion if that's the main event.
Right.
There's no way they want to go off on their biggest show with people booing Reigns. I don't give a shit who says, like, well, he's been getting over more, and, you know, he's definitely getting more support, and, you know, maybe it won't happen. No, bullshit. He's not over. He has plants in the crowd that are very obvious. When they're like, boo, this Kevin Owens guy. No, I don't like him, but holy shit, it's Roman Reigns. Sign my dick. It's like, you see, like, kids, and I don't even believe, because I know a lot of people have been like, well, there's that one woman in the crowd who was losing her shit for Roman Reigns. I would bet my left eye she was a plant. Because I didn't see her the rest of the night. And she definitely doesn't freaking out. So unless she's literally just there to see Roman Reigns, like, that's the only person in the entire locker room she gives a shit about. And as soon as she sees him, she turns into like a Shawn Michaels 90s groupie. It's just... It's going to be brutal.
Yeah, like...
I've heard a lot of people say, well, what if Shane and Taker is the main event? I'm like, what if Shane doesn't win? If you're having Taker and Reigns win, if that's the plan, and those are your final two matches of Mania, that's going to look horrible.
Right.
So I've heard a lot of people talk about, like, maybe Ambrose and Lesnar go on last, but it's like, that's not really built as a main event.
Yeah.
So do you do something else? There's nobody to cash in. I have heard that Cesaro is cleared, and they have him scheduled to come back in, I want to say it's the April European tour. Do you have him immediately go out there as a heel and challenge Reigns? Like, he's going to get super over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, our newest member of the Authority, Cesaro, somebody else. Like, Rollins isn't ready. Cena's not cleared. I think Orton is, but at the same time, I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, Orton is really weird. He seems to get over when he comes back for like a month, and then people hate him again.
Mm.
But he's done it so many times now, I don't know if he'd really get like a huge pop. Like, he got it last time, but I would argue it was more based on the straight out of nowhere memes.
Right.
And then they just fucking bury that to hell. They're like, that RKO he did when he walked straight up to him slowly was straight out of nowhere. Like, no, idiot. Like,
I just don't know what they're gonna do with the situation.
it's bad, and I just... Reigns is, to me, just wrestling cancer. Like, when I see him, it's like, I could literally call what he's going to do. Because it's such, like... It's like paint by the numbers wrestling. That's like, how is he the champion? What qualifies him as the champion? Like, he's not a particularly great in-ring worker. He's generally known as not a good promo. He's a horrible person when it comes to PR shit outside of the company. They're like, well, he gets over with kids. Anybody who wins gets over with kids. Period. End of story. Doesn't matter who it is. Look at anybody through the history of wrestling.
Any good, as long as they're a good guy.
Doesn't matter. Even as long as they win.
Yeah.
As long as they win, they'll get over with kids. Triple H is over with kids. He's been heel most of his career.
True.
That's all kids care about is, oh, he's my favorite. Why? Because he wins. That's it. Anybody could do it. You could do it with Tyler Breeze. If Tyler Breeze won every match, he'd be over with kids. I guarantee it. And then, but at the same time, I don't think that means he needs to be the world champion.
Yeah.
Like, can't imagine the female gender is just like, well, I can only watch it if he's the champion. If he's not the champion, why the fuck would I watch wrestling? Like, that just seems weird. Like, build them up, do something with him, figure out the character, or he clicks with everybody, and then put him out there as champion. Like, there's so many people that could be a solid champion, your top draw, that you're just not doing anything. Like, I don't like Ambrose, but at least I could see that there's a lot of people that like him. I think he's the guy to go with.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt, another one, solid champion. I don't like Cena, but at least like the pieces are there that he has enough people that are really into him. Like, I don't know what they're thinking. Like, Cena at least had people behind him before they pushed the Cena treatment onto Cena.
Yeah. Just like I know a lot of people are talking about how, like, at least in terms of Roman Reigns, like, if they do like a heel turn or put him with somebody, kind of like what they did with The Rock, because Rock took off after that.
But I mean, The Rock had a lot of charisma.
Yeah, that too. Roman Reigns is just like
walking up slowly.
I don't know, like, he takes a break, works on it, you know, get him.
I think it's just he doesn't have a character. He literally Shield Reigns.
Yeah, it's just like they just. Shield. I don't know what they could do with him, just because if they're gonna do something with him, they need to friggin' do it quick. Just because he's not gonna have a career.
Yeah, I mean, if he. All right, I assume everybody knows he wins at Mania. Like, that's just the way the booking has to go. He'll be a 3-time champion at that point, with a character that's relatable to no one really. Like he sells merchandise, but it's the same thing as the kids' argument. Anybody who wins all the time, gets a lot of screen time. Everybody talks about Michael Cole and fucking masturbates to him every time he comes out. Like, oh my God, it's Roman Reigns. He's gonna do that thing where he punches. Oh look, a kick, and then another punch. Oh, he's banging his head. Look at him go. The technique, Michael.
Like, I do feel like a heel turn would work in Roman's favor. It's because if he's that, like, stale-faced, it just, that kind of.
They're trying to push him towards Austin, but there's nobody for him to, like.
Yeah.
The Authority isn't hated like McMahon was.
Yeah.
They're just, people don't like to see them because they're boring.
Right.
Like, I won't even say that for Triple H. His wife, though. No offense, Stephanie. You just need to get the hell off of TV. You are a black hole of entertainment. And the biggest reason is no one can possibly get their heat back on Stephanie.
Yeah.
She'll come out there and slap Dolph Ziggler. What can he do? He can't super kick her. You guys have made that decision. You don't want the female on male or male on female violence. Don't have them interact. He can't get his heat back, and all she's doing is killing people's pushes. That's all she does. Like, alright, so we're going to get off of WWE because it's pissing me off.
Just talking about Roman Reigns too long.
Yeah, and let's move on to the other guy I hate, Cage. Alright, so Lucha Talk. Then we'll do NXT at the end, and then obviously last segment.
Aztec Warfare.
Alright, who would you say, if you had to pick, like, the star of it? Because we had Ray's debut, we had Dragon Aztecas, and we had Matanza.
Like, I feel like once Matanza came out, like, he became on equal footing with Ray in, like, the opposite center. But Ray had him going all night. Like, Ray, like, as soon as his name was called, people went knucking futz.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's Rey Mysterio. He's super over in Mexico. I mean, there was a time where Ray was the champion of SmackDown, and the difference between Raw and SmackDown on Hispanic viewers were like night and day.
Right. Like, I feel Dragon Azteca Jr. was downplayed a lot. I enjoyed the crap out of him. Like,
Yeah, it seemed like they got him out of the ring pretty quickly. Like, he got his cool little spot in. Who was he fighting? Was it, no, it wasn't Cuerno, because Cuerno got eliminated pretty early. It was somebody. He got, like, his little strike thing in.
Was it
Jack
was,
Evans?
Was the Moth?
Marty? No, I think Marty came out after, because Marty cleared the ring. I know that.
Yeah, maybe.
But, alright, whatever it was.
Anyway.
He got, like, his little blocks in, made him look real strong, but he didn't really do a whole lot the rest of the match.
No.
Who eliminated him? You remember?
I think it was Matanza.
Was it? Yeah, Matanza got a lot of eliminations. They definitely put him over strong. Had a couple of issues, though, like the fact that, alright, it's whatever if Mil Muertes came in at number 30. He came in number 30 last year. It's kind of a little bit of the same story, but it's okay with me. Same thing with Phoenix, though. He came in at number 1. Number 1 this year. I mean, at least the story was slightly different.
Yeah.
Puma came in at number 7 again. Kind of weird. And like even like they pointed it out, he's like, "Oh yeah, Puma again, number 7." And like they definitely took their Royal Rumble times, because sometimes 90 seconds was like ding ding, and then sometimes it seemed like it dragged on between people coming out.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like the orders were pretty kayfabe. Like, oh, that guy's tag partner right after him, and then the guy they're feuding with to help his partner that's already in the ring. Like with
who would have saw that coming?
The Dare Wolf and then Aerostar. Just the order was a little ridiculous. Yeah, but there's a lot of guys that got eliminated that, like, I don't even remember seeing them get eliminated. Like, who? Drago got eliminated by both Evans and Darestar. Oh no, they did the two corners thing, right?
Yeah.
Because you got like the Super Canadian Destroyer thing and whatever the hell. They would show what Justin Gabriel did. PJ Black. Like, I think he just did a brain buster.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a cool little spot. And then that was immediately where Matanza came in and started killing people.
Right.
How do you feel about Mil Muertes kind of just getting the beat down from Pentagon?
I mean,
You think it's pushing them both away from the title to a feud, something else?
could be. Like, I feel like kind of yes and no. Like, it all depends on what they're going to go with, how they're going to build it up.
Do you think Puma sticks with those two, going and keeping that triple threat number 1 contenders?
I feel like they're going to have to break it away.
So
Give
where do you
Puma
think?
somebody new to. 'Cause I feel like Dragon Aztec is going to kind of be thrown in there. Maybe there'll be a rivalry somewhere in there.
I have
maybe,
to assume that at some point Matanza has to kill Ray effectively, not murder, maybe not even in kayfabe. He has to do something where Ray can no longer compete. That's
Right.
Dragon Aztec's story, getting the title.
Right.
But I feel like you have to have some sort of-
Merlin, you get away from the camera.
I'm really looking forward though to Phoenix versus
Merlin.
Dragon, like number 1 contenders match somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll even just go straight up like Karate Kid and like Ray will win the number 1 contenders but get injured. And he just takes Ray's spot.
Right.
But alright, some of the other stories that were in there. No Sexy Star, which kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
But we didn't have a whole lot of females in the match.
There was only Taya. I think she was the only one.
The Trios champions, none of them were in there either.
Nope. Yeah, I didn't even realize that until right now. It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Angelico. I think that dude's money. I'm surprised the WWE hasn't gone after him. He looks pretty tall too. So I mean, then again, it's Lucha, so he might only be like 6 even, but just
Yeah.
kind of over a lot of the other guys. But I mean, he's different. He's got a lot of different moves. I don't like that him and Jack Evans wear the same gear effectively. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like they're both wearing the black and the neon green with yellow accents. I'm just like, can't you guys like Rochambeau for it? Like one guy gets that color scheme, one guy has to change to something else. I don't know. we gotta talk about it. So the Cage storyline kind of continues. He eliminates Mundo effectively. Like, no cell getting thrown through the window, which is, I don't know. I didn't like it. It seemed really weird how much longer Taya stayed in the match after Mundo was eliminated. I mean, granted, she's her own wrestler and whatever, but they kind of positioned her
as that group member.
Yeah. Like, I feel like she should have been the one to be eliminated and kept Mundo in the match longer.
Right.
Just like, I don't know, it felt really weird. Like, what Chavo was doing at the end should have been Mundo.
Yeah.
Like, because it was just me. Like, I don't know, maybe Mexico views Chavo as a lot more of a threat. He feels like such a goon out there.
Yeah. I don't know if I can really take him seriously.
He feels like an evil, like...
He's Mexican Snidely Whiplash.
Yeah.
It's just very hard for me to take fucking Chavo seriously.
He feels like a Mexican Santino. Like an evil Santino. He's just like a goon. Alright, so the Joey Ryan thing. Did you like that?
I don't know, I get a kick out of him.
I like that he got the green bullshit from Drago. That was pretty cool. And he's all handcuffed, so he can't do anything about it. He can't even go wash his eyes out. That was a pretty good little spot right there. I like that.
Yeah.
Yelling at everybody. Like...
all greased up and just, I don't know. I just thought he's funny.
I like when he got out and like Matanza starts walking towards him. He's like, Chavo's right there.
Oh, yeah, he just broke the thing right off.
Came out there to kill him.
That was pretty cool. But yeah, definitely, because I never saw season 1, so I don't know anything about Matanza. I'd never seen him before this, so definitely.
This was pretty much the first time ever seeing him in the ring. Like, all we saw him in season 1 was like in vignettes, and it'd be like, "Oh, go get in the cage," and then he would just like start tearing people apart, and you just see like blood splatter on the walls.
Okay. Yeah, definitely interested in because I've always been a fan of monster heels. Just monsters have always, in general, just been my favorite kind of wrestlers. But so I'm definitely interested in seeing him going forth. All the new guys. Very interested in seeing what they're going to do with Rey. I've always been a big fan of Rey Mysterio. Very excited for Dragon Azteca Jr.
I got a couple that we can talk about. What do you think Famous B's plan is? You think he's going straight manager?
I would like that.
I mean, he was out there. He's like, "You want
the
famous?"
Cards, yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed that.
He was a wrestler last season, so I don't know if they were just kind of like, maybe he could become a manager. Pick up a nice stable, some of the guys that aren't doing anything.
Yeah, like I would like that. Managers have always been like fun for me. Again, those I've always liked managers because they do what they do, you know.
I hope next season though they expand Ultimate Lucha to 30 because there were quite a few people that weren't on it.
Yeah,
there was Bengali wasn't there, Killshot wasn't there, the girls weren't there, Son of Havoc and Helico weren't there. Like, there's plenty of people to fill in the rest of the spots. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, just... Like I said, there's plenty of people that should have been there, could have been there.
I mean, or even 25 just to fill in those guys. Like, it was just kind of weird to not see them.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to save Marty's sister's debut for something else, but it just kind of felt weird that Sexy Star wasn't in the match at all. And that she's a major person. She'd almost be like if Dolph Ziggler wasn't in a Royal Rumble. You're like, where the fuck is Dolph? Like, I'm not saying she's the star of the show, but it'd be...
She's important enough where you're kind of like, why was she...
Upper mid-card, and she's just not there. I think it was kind of weird that she wasn't there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean... I can only assume that's their plan. They wanted to keep her away from Marty until they want to do that tag team match. But, like, the Mac didn't even really sell, like, he hated Marty in the match, which was kind of weird.
He beat the shit out of him for a while. Like, he was focused on him pretty good.
I was surprised how strongly they put over Marty.
Yeah.
He cleared the whole ring. Because, like, last season, I know you didn't really see it, he was the joke of the division.
Right.
He'd come out flapping his arms and stuff, and Sexy Star would just beat the shit out of him all around the ring. And he'd always be like, "Wait till my sister gets here," and she'd be like, and she'd start kicking his ass again. So like, I don't know, it was pretty cool to see them put him over pretty strong.
Yeah. I like his gimmick of just being the creepy guy.
Yeah.
Probably lives in a basement.
He was in his sister's basement. So, pretty much to end the Lucha talk, you got Dario back in charge, so you get to see him some more. It'll be interesting to see what they're going to do in Mil Muertes.
Yeah.
With Katrina, whether she gets, she's going to keep, like, feuding with Pentagon, or if there's going to be, like, a detour between her and, like, Dario.
Yeah, like, I'm assuming...
We're going to get the Monster Mash.
Yeah. I feel that, like, she's going to have to be focused.
I don't know if that's the thing to do at Ultimate Lucha. If it's a Fatal 4-Way or something. Do something like Puma, Dragon, and the two monsters. Fatal 4-Way for the title.
I could see that.
But, I don't know. I'm really hoping that Mundo's past Cage by the time Ultimate Lucha rolls around.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like that, I don't know. Like, they're really trying to put him over, but it just... I don't like characters where their gimmick is just they have a lot of heart. I've never liked it. It's like, I mean, it's fine, but I mean, every wrestler should have a lot of heart. Your cold gimmick shouldn't just be like, oh, I no-sell everything. Like, you're not Road Warrior Hawk. There's a reason people still make fun of him. He's been dead for 20-odd years. Like, when the only thing in the entire wrestling universe that can hurt you is a cinder block to the head. It's like...
A big fake cinder block.
Yeah. Hey, I have no issue with gimmick weapons. I dig them. I wish the WWE would bring in some gimmick weapons.
Yeah.
What you doing, Merlin? Look at my shoes. This tastes like the outside.
Anyway,
NXT.
that's pretty much it for Lucha, so moving on to NXT. Finally got to see Asuka in
Asuka
action.
versus Emma. Kind of weird booking. I mean, are they really trying to put Emma over that much? I mean, maybe that's the plan. If they're planning on moving Bayley to the main roster, and then have Asuka as the champion, I guess Asuka would need a challenger.
Right.
But it just seems so out of like for where Asuka is and then like where Emma is, it just felt really crazy how much she controlled the match.
Right.
Especially in the way that she did control the match, with just like arm holds and such. Like, I don't know, it felt really slow to me. It was just kind of like waiting for a comeback that never really came.
Yeah.
She just kind of locked her move and Asuka won. Some of the other shit that happened. Samoa Joe interrupting the bullshit match. Dempsey and other guy. Camo Pants Man. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it was just one of those like stereotypical, I'm gonna get you, that's my title, I'm gonna kill you. I never liked those. Like, they don't look real.
Yeah, the other guy in the ring was just like standing there, so just like walked up to him and punched him. And just like,
yeah, it's like, yeah, we get it. Samoa Joe's big and he's angry, but it's just like, like I said, it's
kind of just a WrestleMania's coming up, don't want anybody to get hurt match.
Yeah.
All right, Balor versus the man who's trying to replace R-Truth. I can't remember his name. Sky, his last name, something like that.
Yeah.
So I remember the crowd really seemed to be into him. I haven't seen him before, but he's just like dancing.
Yeah, disco dancing, doing all this crazy stuff. He was cool.
Yeah, they put him over pretty strongly for a dude I don't know. I mean, I haven't been watching NXT that long. I took a break in between from like when it first started until we're getting into it now together to do these reviews. He seemed really athletic, really solid. Balor going over. I was a little surprised by him. I don't want to say no selling, but like how quickly he got up from the coup de grace.
Yeah. The one thing I gotta say about NXT,
Yeah, they're not doing a really great job of, like, on the week to week, of really telling compelling matches. It's like, this guy's the champ.
The matches themselves are fairly entertaining, but I think they're a little weak sauce on the storytelling aspect.
Yeah, it's just like, we gotta get this guy over.
Yeah.
And then, like, he gets an entrance, the other guy doesn't.
Yeah. it's like when they were doing American Alphas last week against the Vaudevillains. It's like, you knew the Vaudevillains weren't going to win because they're not going to have the tag team titles heel versus heel. It's just not a thing that happens. Yeah. Especially at the big events.
It would have been much better if instead of the Vaudevillains, the number one, if it was American Alpha and Cass and Enzo.
Right.
If that had been it. Like, Cass and Enzo, they're angry, they got screwed out of their title, but you still have American Alpha go over. Well, you want to do that, like, or another face tag team. The other stuff that was on, Alexa Bliss versus another random brunette.
Kind of stole AJ Lee's gimmick.
No, Alexa Bliss stole AJ Lee's gimmick of being a petite girl with a big butt. That was
right.
Not a big fan of the sparkle splash.
Yeah.
Like a twisting fall. I don't know. Just
the twisty fall down McGee.
Yeah, it looks really weird to me. Like, as soon as I saw it, I was just like,
that's a thing.
Okay. Just, I don't know. A twisty fall down, I guess. Is there another match? I don't think so.
Yeah, if there was.
Was obviously there a tag match? We saw Blake and Murphy, but they were just doing the Alexa Bliss valet job. I don't think there was a tag team match.
No, I don't think there was.
So, alright, so TakeOver. We have some pretty cool matches. Obviously, you have the tag team title match. So, who do you think? Who are you pushing for? American Alpha, the Revival. I'm digging the Revival guys, so...
Yeah.
I know I've seen a lot of people that are really behind American Alpha, but right now, I'm Team Revival. That's who I think I like.
I gotta watch a couple more matches to see who I really like.
Alright, so you're pretty much just down to watch the match. You don't really have a horse in the race, though.
Nah.
Alright, we have Asuka versus Bayley. I'm obviously Team Asuka.
Yeah, I kind of like both. I think they're both really good. Like, I like watching them wrestle.
I can't believe how over Bayley is.
Oh yeah, like she's like girl John Cena, but everybody loves her.
No one hates her. I think is a better way to put it. There's not like a giant, like consistently loud aspect that's just like, boo, fuck you.
So this, yeah, I like both of them. I mean, like, Asuka's fun to watch just because she's like, I think you said it best when you said she's like...
I like the Macho Manism she does. I don't know if that's intentional or not. But she's like holding pants and looking all crazy around. I'm like, she was doing this.
Yeah,
stuff.
Half Macho Man, half Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, it was... I liked watching her match. Like, Bayley was pretty good too. So it's going to be a good match.
Alright, we have Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. You haven't seen any Shinsuke, right?
Nah.
Alright, pretty much what you need to know is he throws a lot of knees. He almost wrestles like a less... I'm trying to think the word to use, because I don't want to say like the wrong word and piss off a lot of people on the internet. He feels like a less athletic, but more hard-hitting version of Angelico. He throws a lot of knees, a lot of like European uppercuts, a lot of strikes. I mean, he's called the King of Strong Style, so he's a lot of strikes in his fighting.
Okay.
He throws a lot of knees. He's a little up there in age, though, so I mean, he's kind of... I still think he's really good, but you can definitely tell he's slowing down a little bit. So, it'll be interesting to see where they go. I mean, obviously, I think their plan is to test and see how over Shinsuke is before moving to the main roster. I can't imagine they keep him in NXT. I think he's like a 15-year veteran, if not more. It's like... It'd be like if Undertaker went to New Japan. It's like, oh, we're going to put you in the dojo. Okay. It's like, it's that guy. like the veteran of the company.
So definitely excited to see him.
Yeah, I think there's a couple other matches. Obviously, the World or NXT title match, Joe and Balor.
That should be a good one.
I have to assume they want to get the title off of Balor to put him on the main roster.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know if there's that rush. I mean, they definitely probably want to get Cass and Enzo up there. I wouldn't be surprised if they take the title off of the Revival and move them to the main roster because they definitely need tag teams for New Day.
Yeah.
Like, desperately tag teams for New Day. I wouldn't be surprised if they start rating NXT hard on tag teams. I wouldn't at all. The Revival, I think American Alpha takes the title and they don't hold it for long.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Hype Bros end up on the main roster. Like they definitely need something. I mean, I think Golden Truth is going to get formed probably at Mania or the night after Mania. I think the League of Boys is going to
the League of Lads.
Yeah, I think their days are numbered, so I don't think they'll be a tag team after Mania.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, I kind of hope they explode. Like, they just kind of start beating the shit out of each other.
Oh, Rusev kicks the shit out of all of them. He's the king boy. All right. Is there any other NXT matches? I can't really remember if there's any other ones. So. Oh, Austin Aries and the Big Goober.
Oh, yeah. What's
his name? The Lone Wolf. Baron Corbin, that's his fucking name. Don't give a shit. I don't like Baron Corbin, don't like Austin Aries, don't give a shit. Don't hurt each other, I guess. I don't care. I think that's all the matches for TakeOver. That should be pretty cool. Before we get to our last gimmick, what do you think about WrestleMania being 7 hours? I looked into it. It's 2 hours of pre-show, 4 hours of WrestleMania, and an hour-long after-party.
Kind of a lot.
It's like, who's going to watch an hour-long after-party? Like, especially if the main event is Roman Reigns winning. It's like, ooh. Ooh. Oh, yes, I'd like to watch another hour of that.
Yeah.
People throwing shit in the ring while Booker T talks about ducks.
Oh, my God.
I'm hoping that the panel is not going to be made up of who I think it's going to be for WrestleMania, because they've talked about names coming back. Like, oh, Stone Cold will be there, and Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley, and The Rock. Like, is that just going to be the panel, just those four guys? Like, hey, you dick, what'd you think of that match? And it's just like, Mick Foley's just talking about gibberish. Shawn Michaels just putting over whoever they want. Like, Roman Reigns, good, I guess. The Rock's like, he's kind of like my cousin.
Maybe.
You can't prove he's not.
Pretty sure all of us Samoans are all related. Somehow.
Put over Samoa Joe. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it'll be good. But yeah, 7 hours. Seems a little much.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of rough.
Especially with the night before, you're going to have... I think TakeOver is Saturday. I might be wrong, because the Hall of Fame is definitely Saturday.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's Friday is going to be TakeOver.
I can't remember.
Like a lot. Because I definitely want to watch it all, but at the same time, like... I bet you the Hall of Fame is going to be at least an hour, if not 2 hours.
Right.
Granted, I don't know how many of the speeches... I don't know how many speeches I really care to see. Godfather should be pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
Jacqueline should be pretty good. I assume Michael Hayes one will be pretty sad. Most of the Freebirds won't be there.
Yeah. Probably get some tearing up.
Yeah. Who else is going in this year? Sting should be a pretty good one. He's officially retired.
Oh, no, Merlin, don't you fucking dare. Get away from daddy's stuff, Merlin.
Did you hear me? Sting officially retired. So
yeah. Fine.
Yeah. All right, so going into our last topic of discussion, because we're kind of breaking down. Merlin's actually saying over there. Our little thing about making wrestling great again, and the wrestler of the week is Fandango.
You've been struggling with this one.
I think I've kind of come up with it. I mean, it's not really his gimmick that's bad. I think it's the presentation, and I'm going to fix two birds with one stone.
Keep going. Just trying to corral Merlin.
Alright, so getting back to what I was saying. Fix two birds with one stone. The tag team division needs more tag teams. And we got two guys with nothing to do, with fairly similar gimmicks. Tyler Breeze, Fandango, tag team. Just pretty boys. That's their gimmick. They don't need to be world title level, but we just need tag teams. I mean, you need bodies in the division. I think that gives them both something to do. I think Fandango is underrated on the mic.
Yeah.
I've never heard a Tyler Breeze promo, but I've seen like his stuff on Up, Down, Down. I think he's pretty funny. So I really think about putting those two guys together as a tag team. All right, before we go, who should we do next week? I'm trying to think who's just not doing a whole lot. I feel like a challenge. Jack Swagger.
Alright, yeah, that's a good one.
I'm coming for you.
Alright guys, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, but if there's any particular wrestler you'd like us to try and make over, or whatever the hell you want to call it, let us know down in the comments. Anything else in our show you'd like us to talk about? Wrestling related? If there's any other things?
There's a little bit of news I guess we can tap into the end of this. There's rumors coming out of Puerto Rico that Carlito might be returning. Not a whole lot been said, nothing confirmed, but I think that's a cool story we can talk about next week.
Yeah. Alright guys, I'm Supercharged Funk.
I'm Dave.
We catch you guys next time, and as always,
Make wrestling great again. Peace.